Hello and welcome to Duelyst, a game that is like a collectible card game, but its combat is exactly like a turn-based strategy game. Now, I'm not the type of person that actually likes to play these kinds of games, so when I downloaded it to try it out, it's free to play by the way, and there'll be a link in the description below. I was quite intrigued by it, honestly, and I thought I'd just make a video to try it out and to show you guys what it's like and see if you would be interested as well. So as you can see, there are 6 factions altogether, and each of them seem to play differently. I am considered to be still new, so I'm basically in early game, right? So I don't know if the rule set changes later on, but each of these factions seem to play at least very differently. For example, the Magmar aspect, which I really like, they are the type that buffs their creatures up to really insane amounts, and they buff themselves up. So in this game, instead of playing a hero and having minions thrown at your face, you are also present on the battlefield. You are playing a general and he is on the battlefield. Does it sound confusing? Good, because I was confused at first, but the tutorial really helped out.
Versus Abyssian.
So right off the bat, you can see the Hearthstone kind of thing where you choose to and discard, well, not really discard, but to replace these two. So I kind of like my hand here, so I'm gonna actually only, okay, yeah, that's good, a 2-cost creature. So you'll notice that there are grids. You may be wondering, wait, isn't this a collectible card game? The collectible card game aspect only reaches as far as the equipment you can bring into battle. The minions you bring in, the spells you bring in. That is about it. Everything else, combat-wise, is done on this grid system. So it's a lot like, I would say a lot like Heroes of Might and Magic, where combat is concerned. This is your general, this is you. If you die, you lose. If they die, obviously you win. That just makes sense, right? You have mana up here, up to a total of 9 mana. You get 1 mana, 1 maximum mana increase every round. You do, however, have these things called mana springs, which if you were to summon a creature on top of it or stand on top of it, you gain an additional mana on your turn. So in this case, say if she were to walk over here and spawn a 2-cost creature on top of this, she would get 1 mana back, which means effectively she has 5 mana on the first round. I have 2, but the other difference is I'm a lot further away from her and I can basically build up my strength before she can get to me. So for now, because I'm running out of time, I have to quickly summon this guy and end my turn. Each round, all your characters can only move 2 spaces unless stated otherwise. Like flying creatures, they can fly anywhere on the map. But okay, she just replaced the card and what is she summoning? Horn of the Forsaken. Okay, so this is an artifact. Whenever your generals deal damage, summon a 1/1 nearby general. Okay, so the other difference is this. These are artifacts. They're basically equipment. The same thing as equipment in Hearthstone. The only difference is the equipment in Hearthstone degrades as you use them. This one degrades when you take damage. So if there is a way for you to prevent yourself from taking damage, you can basically have equipment on you for as long as you like. Now, let me think of the strategy here. So when you mouse over the creatures, they immediately give you a rundown of what each of these things does. It says Dying Wish. Turn this space into Shadow Creep. Dying Wish is essentially Death Rattle. So yeah, Shadow Creep deals damage equal to number. Everything is explained very well for you, so that is good. I'm trying to think about the best way to go about this. Alright, I will have my general walk down 1 step. Have him summon this creature, which gives me 1 mana back immediately when I summon him. And now I can buff. Should I buff him? Should I buff him? Yep, this one costs 0. So I'm gonna buff this creature. Makes it a 5/4. And the best part is, it seems that buffs are permanent. They don't seem to degrade. I'm gonna have to hurry up here. The spell I just casted on him basically prevents him with counter attacking. Countering. Prevents counter attacks. Yep, that's better. So the way damage works in this game is that damage is calculated simultaneously. If she attacks my Saber Spine Tiger, you'll see that she does like 2 damage to him, immediately he does 5 damage back at her. So damage is simultaneous. You can't prevent it per se. Depends on your character and what spells you have. So again, all the factions are very different. There seem to be, you know, with dealing damage, taking damage. Look at that. So because she stacked 2 artifacts on top of each other, now whenever she hits me once, she'll spawn 2 additional creatures. So I guess you could consider this a zoo deck. But I'm still too low in the... basically I haven't played this game long enough to know for sure. Alright. There is a way to beat this strategy, but... You know what? Let's do it. Okay, I didn't really want to sacrifice my artifact, but this is what you can do. So a new mechanic, well, I wouldn't say new mechanic, but a mechanic that is pretty important is this replacing mechanic. You can actually replace the cards that you have here. I keep calling them cards even though they don't seem that way, huh? So you can replace the cards. So like right now I'm just going to do it. I'm going to replace the cards. No mana cost whatsoever, and it just immediately replaces the card with something hopefully better. So in this case, it gives me greater fortitude. So it means I can actually stack buffs like crazy right now. But before I do that, I'm going to cast Natural Selection. Destroy any minion with the lowest attack or tied for lowest attack. Lowest attack. This guy has Death Watch. Triggers effect whenever any minion dies. So yeah, I'm gonna kill him first. Why is he not a valid target? Why? Oh, right, I can't reach him. God dang it. Well, off this guy. Quick, quick, off this guy. Hit him. Okay, good. So I just dealt 7 damage to her. Right. That may not have been a best play because now she has additional 2 minions. And she's gonna have... No! She killed... Wow. And just like that, the advantage is turned towards her. Sort of. Nope, definitely to her advantage for now. Next turn I'll probably equip this and give my general +4 attack. Oh, I just realized I didn't actually talk about this yet. This is basically a heroic ability. It seems that each faction has 2 generals, so I'm assuming each of them is different. So 2 generals, so they have different variety of abilities. Holy shit, please stop attacking my character. Wow, this is getting a little out of hand. Wow, this is really getting out of hand right now. Wow. She's being a bitch, but I have Fatal. Anyway, before we finish her off, so I'm talking about the heroic ability. Each heroic ability, obviously, like in Hearthstone, is different. And you can mouse over it just to figure out what it does. So summon 2 Wraithlings for her. And for me, it gives me 1 attack. Now here's the difference. Heroic abilities only cost 1 mana, but they have a cooldown of 2 turns. So you can't just spam it every turn. So if it seems a little overpowered, it isn't. Another good thing is, spells like these give your general +1 attack, do not ever wear out. So they'll stay with me until something happens. I'm assuming there's some sort of way to dispel it, because as you notice, the number turns green and it's like 3. So it says Immortal Strength +1 attack. So I'm sure there is a way to dispel it, but it lasts long enough, basically. If your opponent does not have a dispeller, they will never be able to get that damage off you. And just like that, I have now 7 damage, and this guy will finish her off. And that's basically it, really. I can actually sit here and explain everything about the game. Hold on. Whenever a friendly minion dies, this turn, draw a card. That is useful. Okay, that is useful. So I can sit here and explain all about this game, but honestly speaking, this game is worth your time to try it at least. It's free to play, link is in the description, and it is a relatively small size game. I am on a 1 megabyte connection internet, and it took me less than an hour to download it. So there is actually no reason to not try it. And that is basically it. It is, to me, this is a game worth trying out, and I've tried it out, and I can really see myself playing it once in a while. As a casual, not really gonna rush for, ranked play, all this stuff. But before we end this video, there are a few things we must do. Just like Hearthstone, we have to talk about the model. So these are your booster packs. As you can see, 100 gold gives you 5 cards, blah blah blah. 1 spirit orb is basically 1 booster pack for 100 gold. I got this 100 gold for basically just finishing the tutorial. So that's great and all. But this is your dailies are where you actually get the rest of your gold. So daily challenges seem to be a thing, and they do it in an interesting way, which instead of like, oh, play the Magma faction, as far as I know, because this is the first day I may have to come back and append this video, but as far as I know as of today, it seems like you can just hit play and it will bring you into a battle scenario and you have to work your way out. So daily challenge, defeat the Magma General in 1 turn. So they start me off as this guy of the Songhai Empire, right? It was Songhai. I didn't mess that up. Yeah, it's Songhai Empire. And I have to kill this guy in 1 turn. Now the question is, how the heck am I going to do this? Return this minion to an action bar at the beginning of your turn. This does not help me at all. Ah, they're all provoked. Oh, this is a perfect opportunity to explain one of the other mechanics. In Hearthstone, if you have a minion with taunt, you cannot get through that minion unless you kill it first. But this takes place on a 3D platform, sort of. On a 3D platform. So the way it works is every tile that is connected to this minion basically has a taunt associated with it. So any minion that walks into it has to kill off this thing, the provoking minion, before they can move on, before they can attack anyone else. So it's a pretty nice way of doing it, to be honest. Now let me just think of how am I going to get out of this. Right, what do I have here? I've got 8 mana. Okay, I can actually play everything on my hand. Give a minion or general +3 attack this turn. So he has 17 health. Reactivate an exhausted friendly minion with 3 or less. Wow, okay. Put a copy of the most recently cast spell into your action bar. +3, 6, 5, 14. Deal 3 damage to a minion or general. Okay. I've never actually played the Songhai Empire before, so I have no idea what most of their abilities do. Teleport a friendly minion up to 2 spaces. Okay. What if I teleported him? Let me see. How does this ability work? Ah, okay. So if I teleported him 2 spaces this way, he still can't get out of the taunt zone, so there's no point doing that right now. So this guy can attack from anywhere on the battlefield. He takes 3. What if I teleported this minion here and then use him to kill this thing? That will free. What does this do? Attack from backstab. Nope, that doesn't help me. That frees these 2 to deal 6 damage to him. 6 damage. 6 damage. Reactivate an exhausted friendly. So a total of 9 damage. 10, 11, 12. So what if we stack two of these spells? Because this guy put a copy of the most recently cast spell. So if I were to cast this spell first and make this guy a 9/2. Yep, 9/2. Yeah, actually that will work. That will actually just finish him off. Alright, sweet. I think we found our way. Alright, first thing first is to use our Bloodborne spell. Whenever I say Bloodborne, it just reminds me of the actual Bloodborne game. So alright, teleport him over. That should not exhaust him. Does it exhaust him? No, it doesn't. Okay, good. Then I can click on him, he can kill off this guy. Alright, now he's dead. That means... yeah, okay. So now my archers can actually hit him. Alright, sweet. So what do? Let's not screw this up. We need to over-buff one of them. So we buff him. Okay. Then we cast this guy. Just to... actually, let's just throw him here. Why not? Okay, put a copy of this spell. We buff him again. Please do not overwrite. Right. Sweet. Okay, and we got him. So we just attack him once. And we use Inner Focus on him. Wait, what? Oh. Oh no. What have I done? Wait. No. 3, 6. Yeah, we still got it. We still got it. So we wake that guy up, let him punch him. Crap. Nope, that didn't go according to plan. 3, 6. Nope, still not enough damage to deal. Oh no, I thought I figured it out. Wait, what if... is there another way? Is there another way? Oh, after this minion moves, give friendly minions around it +1/+1. Oh, okay. I think we could have done that better. Hold on, let me restart it. I'm gonna try it. I have an idea. And this is probably what actually interests me the most. The idea of you having to figure out in any given combat scenario, you have to think out what you're supposed to do and whether you can pull it off or not. Granted, over the course of the next day or two, I'll be playing a few matches with players, so I want to see how the balancing matches up to that. But let's get back to the task at hand. Kill off this guy, free my 2 archers. Alright. So, we still need to do that. So do we attack? So we attack first. Get him to attack this guy first. Then we buff. No, wait, we don't buff him. Wake him up first. Alright. I almost forgot what I was trying to do. Okay, wake him up first. And then we buff him. Okay, 6. This should be 9 damage. So we're still short. Actually, no, we're not short. I think this might work. Right, this would play this, and now this would do 9 damage. You attack him. You attack him. And we finish him off with this spell, and we have completed the challenge. So that was it. That was just the challenge mode. I hope it's a daily thing. I really hope it's a daily thing. Because it's, I don't know, it's really interesting. I just like the idea that, you have to figure out a situation based on, figure out a strategy based on the situation that was given to you. Alright. Right. That about wraps it up. Except for one last thing. I have to open a Spirit Orb. So I'm going to buy 1. And thankfully, at least 1 card will be rare or better. The unfortunate thing to me is that because of the faction system... Can I drop it in there? Oh, dang. Minion... War Master. Interesting. Neutral. Venner. There we go. So, because of the faction system, certain cards are faction specific. This time, I actually got a few more neutrals than factions, which is good. There was, I think, the previous orb that I opened, I had like 4 faction ones, and none of them were the one I wanted. So I was really sad. Right. So that's about it. And yeah, this game is pretty worth your time. it is worth trying out at least. It's free to play again, which is a major selling point as far as I'm concerned. You don't have to buy into it, much like Hearthstone. You can just download it, play it, don't feel like playing it, move on. That's just how it is. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.